Startups have had a tough time amid this pandemic, layoffs, cutbacks. How have your portfolio companies been holding up as China slowly starts to recover here?
Thank you for having me. I think the overall for companies that have a lot of physical underground activities, such as restaurants, hotels, retail business, have had a very negative impact in the last couple of months. The business is down a great deal. Many companies are shutting down its offline stores and the locations. However, with that said, some of our companies have a lot of online presence. With online education, online entertainment like video streaming, online games. Those companies actually are doing really well. They have seen a fast growth of its user base and the traffic. And with people sheltering in place, more and more people are using various types of online tools, virtual instruments to do a lot of things that they would have done offline in the normal time. So overall, the impact is negative, but we're also seeing a lot of companies kind of have benefit from this shelter-in-place phenomenon.
And JP, you also sit on the board of Trip.com. The travel industry, as you mentioned, has been severely hit by COVID, but Trip.com recently said they're expecting a massive spike for China's upcoming holiday. So from your standpoint, what does this consumption and travel recovery look like? Well, it's still too early to tell, but in China, the domestic travel has resumed. So people are starting to travel for business. And if you go to a park on a weekend in Shanghai or Beijing, it's packed, especially in good weather. A lot of people are dying to come out of their home, to breathe the fresh air, to spend their leisure time outdoor, and looking forward to the traveling activity. The chairman of Trip.com, James Liang, has been going around the country, wearing costume to do live broadcasting to sell some of the travel products at the tourist sites, which many people have been watching online and thought that was very interesting. We are looking forward to the recovery, and then we hope people will come out and start going to cool places in the summer and in the fall. So I think the recovery should be fairly quick.
JP, I'm just going to get back to you in a second, but I just want to get to the story which is just crossing the Bloomberg terminal. It concerns the Chinese bond market, where 10-year yields have actually dropped to 2.47%, and that is actually the lowest we've seen for that yield since 2002. We could be seeing some action from the PBOC, the People's Bank of China, any minute or sometime today anyway, at least, in terms of cutting some of their different rates that they do have, and on top of that, of course, all designed to stimulate the economy there as well. But with that in mind, borrowing getting cheaper and cheaper, how's it been for you, JP, in terms of raising money?
Right. The liquidity has never been an issue in the VC PE industry in China.
Sorry, I just got to interrupt you, JP, for 1 second, because the PBOC has just conducted a 56 billion yuan's worth of one-year TMLF at 2.95%. That is exactly what David was suggesting earlier. David Inglis was suggesting earlier there too. So there we go. There we go. More reasons at the moment to. It was 3.15%. What we have there is essentially another move to try and stimulate the economy and get more liquidity into the system there as well. So JP, just getting back to your answer, sir.
Right. Well, obviously the central banks around the world have done all kinds of innovative things to put liquidity and money into the financial system and into the real economy. For me, as a participant in the VC industry, liquidity or capital has never been an issue. I think the global investors have made a lot of money in the VC and the PE industry in China. The returns have been really good. And therefore, more and more capital and the liquidity are coming into the VCP industry. I think that my fund and my peers in the industry all have a lot of dry powder or capital to deploy. I think once the travel restriction is lifted in China, my peers will be ready to go and looking for innovative, high-growth companies and to invest in them and help them to move to the next level.
JP, there have been corporate allegations of malpractice at companies, high-flying startups like Luckin Coffee, Tal Education. Does that change your sentiment at all on the market, or are these just a few isolated instances?
Well, I think those are very isolated incidents. In any financial market, there's always going to be fraud, scammers. It's been going on for centuries. In general, by and large, the Chinese internet or technology companies are real deal. They have made innovative, high-quality products and services, offering them to consumers in China, around the world, as well as providing many innovative software and telecommunication equipment and technology to global players. And those companies are real, and they have generated substantial revenue and profit. There's always going to be, a bad apple here and there, and this happened over the years. But we are confident, by and large, the vast majority of those startups and entrepreneurs are honest people with high integrity, high intelligence, and working really hard.